Welcome to the second episode of Trend Topic. Today's guest is Kane Wallace, one of the local and old voices of the city. Kane, welcome to the show and welcome to the studio.
Welcome, Irene. Thank you for the invitation.
All right. Now you've mastered our concept. We're going to ask you questions from social media, and if there's a question that really challenges you, you can skip it by pressing the red button next to it. But you must use your right well. You will only have one right.
Yep, I'm watching you. I don't think I'll use the button right now.
Great. You're the epitome of confidence. And I hope this continues and you can satisfy the curiosity of your listeners. I'll start with our first question. What do you think about the new content that's coming out? You're one of the old names, and I think your opinion is important.
I can say that I have been admiring the work that has been coming out in the last few weeks. There are so many talented and young names emerging. This makes me very happy.
And is there any advice you want to give them? Do you think there are aspects that they need to improve?
I would say they should not lose their personality. And I think I would say that they should be careful about what they do. It might add to the obstacles they will face in the future.
Well, let's continue with a similar question. Who is your current producer? Who would you like to work with? Which one of them is the top spot for you?
I'm working with my own team as always. I'm working with my producer from before, and I'm trying to revitalize the lab. I guess I can send my love to Cole from here. I want to work. I have plans for the future for now, of course. I can say that some of them may be among the young names that are popular now. The rest would be too spoilery.
Still, I don't think it's satisfied the questioner's curiosity enough, all right? What kind of music does the person you're thinking of make?
Ha! I can't say that, but I'll need your voice for a good cover. I would say it's a little bit out of my genre. I think he wants something like that.
Great. I think that should be enough to keep everybody excited. Now for the more challenging questions. And I think this one is coming from a really hardcore fan. Are you ready?
More than enough. Send it over.
Does he see his audience as a source of income and create projects as he runs out of money? Or does he work with the awareness of the expectations placed on him?
Ha! That's a really great question. I think it's a question about you were gone for a long time and you came back when you ran out of money, right?
It seems
to put it bluntly, I don't see anyone as a source of income. And when I started making music, I never imagined that it would come to this. I just do what I love and enjoy the fruits of it. The audience is just the plus of this business, and thanks to them, I am in a position I never expected. Thank you again to everyone who listens and supports me.
Are you aware of the expectations that are placed on you? Does this put pressure on you? In short, Wallace's message is clear to all his listeners. He seems to be making a solid comeback, so don't give up on him, folks.
Never. To all the listeners who sent messages even when I was not here, I will make the return you have been waiting for.
Our next question is about the beginning of your career. How did you start your music career? I mean, what kind of environment did you start making music in? And what encouraged you?
My music career. It was a bit of a difficult process for me. It started in the glasses room that a friend of mine rented me. Those who watched my first music videos already know or are aware of this. I think I started by shooting clips on the phone for the recordings I took as a hobby while working in different jobs. Over time, I reached the point where I quit my other job, turned my only job into music, and opened my first studio. I think it might be because of my confidence in the environment and my ambition for music, because I had a lot of support at the beginning. The people who were in my first 5 videos are all my friends, and they didn't expect anything from me. When I started making money, they started making money. So, what else can I add?
It was all quite enough. You built your career from scratch yourself, which is a great sign of hard work. Let's continue with another question. What is your most favorite project?
They are all very precious projects for me, but if I were to rank them for myself, Come to the Hood would be number 1. It's one of my first songs, and it was a great effort. But visually, Hello Mate is my number 1.
So you have 2 favorites. Moving on to the last question. And by the way, you still haven't used the button yet? I think you're really going to finish the program without using it, like you said.
I don't think I've encountered any difficult questions yet. I think we're moving forward in a very relaxed and fun way.
Brilliant. Now let's talk a little bit more about the media aspect, shall we?
It's been 10 days, but we can touch on it. I seem to have stood out a lot.
There have been allegations recently made by Journey Media that you were smoking and enjoying yourself while your friends were being shot. Is there any truth to these incidents? Also, have you talked to the company about this issue and reconciled with them?
Aha! That's the question I've been waiting for. It was an incident that happened in front of our temporary studio and had nothing to do with us. A friend of mine was injured in the incident. Yes. And I was the one who gave him first aid and reported the situation to the authorities. This is even visible in the photos they published themselves. And where I was smoking and enjoying myself, I was waiting where a deputy told me to wait for him to take my statement. After I sent my friend to the hospital, under the stress of the incident, I lit a cigarette and waited for the deputy. After I gave my statement there, I went to the hospital anyway. Their purpose is different. I wanted to make an advertisement with them the first day I arrived. We did the same thing with Skyline, but because we were working under a different name, I think these guys got very cranky and tried to find a loophole. This news is part of that antagonism.
So Journey did all this as part of a smear campaign against you? At least that's what you think, right?
Yes, and they said they would file a lawsuit, and I can say that I am impatiently waiting for the day of the lawsuit. It looks like I won't have to sue.
The agenda seems to be heating up more and more in the coming days on this issue. And I hope that at the end of the day, it will be a process where the right wins.
And I hope Journey has money.
So Kane, that's all the questions you received on social media. What are your thoughts on the questions? And do you have anything to add?
Great questions. Thank you to those who sent them, and thank you for the warm atmosphere. Stay with the lab and the Coliseum.
Thank you, Kane, for participating in Trend Topic. And thank you, viewers, for your questions. Who would you like to see on the next program? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and until then, goodbye.